Venerable Sirs, my fellow Kalyanamittas, distinguished guests from Malaysia and Indonesia, and Namo Buddhaya. I'm very happy to be here to see so many of the BF Kalyanamittas to rejoice in this special event. It's our 28 years. I stand here not as a president of the Buddhist Fellowship. I stand here as a Kalyanamitta. And I want to share with you what I call the 4 magic moments in the past 5 months, which I thought would be something worthwhile to share with all the Kalyanamittas. I call it the 4 sadhus for the moment. The first sadhu for the moment is we are so blessed earlier on with about 30 Sangha members, right, for us to participate in the Sahanga Dana. And if you look at the pledge card, we are given words of wisdom and advice from 16 monks. I've never been so blessed to get encounter with so many venerables in the past 5 months. I've met new venerables as well as re-established ties with old venerables that I have not seen for so long. And it's so wonderful. I got a chance to reconnect with Venerable Kwang Ping from the Singapore Buddhist Federation, with Venerable Kwang Sheng from Pokasi, right? With Venerable Dhammaratana from the Buddhist Library, and the list goes on and on. And I got a chance to meet with new venerables, like Bante Sangasena, right? Bante Gunaratana, Bante Ding Rong, Venerable Chen Sin, which I apologize, is sitting a bit at the corner. Sorry, Bante. And it's so wonderful to be having such guidance from all these venerables. In the very first month, when the EXCO came together, we had a very honest and casual chat with our spiritual patron, Ajahn Brahm and Bante Ratanasara. And he gave us 2 advice. Number 1, learn to forgive, right? For us to move forward, we must first learn to forgive. And secondly, both of them emphasize that always remember to have harmony in what we do, which is why when we move forward to form the mission of building our homes and living the Dhamma, we always anchor around the 4 Brahma Viharas. And we keep reminding ourselves, and I'm glad Bante Gunaratana earlier on mentioned, that whatever we do, right, we always have the metta, the karuna, the mudita, and the upekkha in us. So that's the first sadhu for the moment. The second sadhu for the moment is the EXCO. Can you just imagine 19 of us, we hardly know each other, and personally, I never know them. It is very natural that you have many different views, very natural that you have diversity of opinion, but what is important is the passion in them. I have never seen an EXCO where every single member is so devoted and so committed that all they care for is how to serve BF and the Buddhist community. This is the kind of fellowship that we want, that is selfless, right? And all we want is to propagate the Dhamma. Thank you. And sometimes when I reflect, even though we have our different passions or we have our different interests, but as long as we respect each other's view and we want to serve the Dhamma for the good of many, right? That is the EXCO that all of you should want to be in. And I thank my EXCO for that. The third sadhu for the moment, and this is really amazing. After the members' night in November, ever since then, when we explain what is the mission of the Buddhist Fellowship, which is to build our home and live the Dhamma, it's amazing that I keep receiving checks. Some as much as $10,000, just to share with you. And of course, the money is very helpful. But what is important is that all these supporters, whether in monetary term, but as well in words of encouragement, the number of emails that I receive, right, that give us kind words of support, right, keep encouraging us, and keep offering new ways of doing things, right? All these are very encouraging. And I thank all of you here who are here because it is only with your presence and your support that BF can do more new things, right? In the past 5 months, I've chosen this Bodhisattva picture because I think it symbolizes what BF is all about. We have 1,000 hands, you know, all doing different kind of Buddhist work, right? Whether the volunteers come together to plan and to conduct the Dhamma talks, the retreat, the sutta discussion, right, or the special courses, you know, all with the intent of spreading and learning Dhammas together. You have seen some of our new experiment, the 108 degree, where we try to propagate the Dhamma in new ways, right? And all the voluntary work that is done by our members, right? Whether we go to the Renzi nursing home or the Gea home or even to the prison services, or simple things like the auntie wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, cook the food for the Sunday crowd and bring it to the fellowship to serve everybody. You can sense that everyone here is really serving the Dhamma and living the Dhamma with all their hearts. And to that, I thank you, all the volunteers. Right? And if you want to know more about the Buddhist Fellowship, we have a new website, and I want to thank my publicity team, which has taken the last 3 months to totally revamp our website. And in this website, you'll find many of our programs inside there. It is not 100% complete, but at least 80% of the information is in there. So now the question is, you saw earlier what we can do or what we have done in the last 5 months. The question is, until the next AGM, which is the next 4 months, what do we do? Do we just say, thank you very much, we have a good celebration, and we can take a break and relax and completely enjoy ourselves? Or do we continue and march on? Right. So I just want to share my thoughts, and I'll be very happy later on to mingle with you to get your feedback. I attended the State of the Buddhist Conference about a month ago, where they show the decline of Buddhism in Singapore. We also recognize the dwindling interest of our youth in Buddhism. And I think the Buddhist Fellowship, just like what Brother Dr. Victor Wee mentioned earlier, that the fellowship can come together to make a difference, right? It is not easy, right? But it requires the support of everyone. And we're going to try. And yesterday, I had a lunch discussion with Dato, together with Brother Erdin Wee. They call it the first international conference of 3 countries brainstorming what Dhamma music can do to the Buddhist community. And there are many things we can do. The ideas that I learned from Dato. I mean, the concert is just one thing. You can have a Dhamma music festival. You can have a Dhamma workshop, right? You can get the musicians coming together to learn how to produce Dhamma music. Can you imagine if our Buddhist musicians get together and they pick a sutta or they pick a Dhammapada, they discuss and says, I want to produce a music song. And then subsequently, when we hold a Dhamma talk, we first sing the song for 5 minutes to get ourselves charged up, and then we try to learn the sutta. It is a new way in which we should try, right? And we can explore to see whether we can reach out to all the Buddhists and the younger generations, right? And we are still in the brainstorming discussion, but those are some of the ideas that are floating around to really reach out to the new generations, right? And really propagate the Dhamma. When the Buddhist Fellowship was formed 28 years ago, we tell ourselves we need to charter the uncharted territory, right? Go where man has never gone before. That was what I said almost 25 years ago. And I'm so glad that really we charted that path. Then we can bring Buddhism to a new height and embrace the newer generation. that's one possibility we can do moving forward. Another area that I feel strongly we should do more is voluntary work. And in the past few months, I've learned how other Buddhist organizations conduct themselves in the voluntary work. But the most important thing I learned in doing voluntary work is whether you yourself really practice the Dhamma when you do the voluntary work. Right? Whether you serve in a home or whether you do simple voluntary work, what is most important of all is that you develop the 4 Brahma Viharas inside you. So I thank you once again for giving me the opportunity. They are chasing me out of the stage to really come and rejoice in this happy occasion. Thank you, my brothers and sisters.